Got a beautiful sunny morning. Breeze has already started from the southwest. We're protected here. Look out there though. Down there it's not as nice. Got my gear kind of sitting out here. It's about 7:15. Just about to make myself some breakfast. Had a great night last night actually. Slept really well. Too warm actually. I woke up sweaty, which I don't like to do, in my sleeping bag, or in this case it's a quilt. I just crawled out of it and laid on top of it for quite a while. It was alright. I dried out good, and this afternoon hopefully I'll get a little sun and a space I can hang my quilt up to air out for a while. That would be great. Time to cook some breakfast. Yeah, this landing spot is pretty decent. The wind the swells sort of come in here and make it a little uneven. Got this big boulder here to watch out for. And this big one over here. Kind of a really nice little access. The bad news is it's not sand as I thought. It's actually very fine white clay, making kind of a mess, but that's alright. We're headed out that way. Oh, and then there's this dead log right here too to watch out for, but I can slip right through here. I'm already nearly a foot deep, so I can easily hop in now and get this grass and get going. Well, it's about 8:30. I'm headed up toward Ge-be-on-e-quet. Bit breezy, so let's hope for the best. Hope to get favorable winds. The calms down a little bit. It's supposed to get worse. Peak at 1 o'clock or so is what the forecast said, but who knows if that's still right. Good news is it's kind of to my back for a while, so that'll be a little bit nice, but I'm sure it'll make the landing tough. I better get going before these rocks get me. I'm guessing the portage landing is that little notch right there. I see some bare ground under that cedar tree. Looks like a rocky one. Well, that wasn't the worst landing I've ever came in on, but pretty darn close. That one. Boy, are those swells coming, and yeah, see there's that row of rocks there. They're about, I don't know, a foot and a half, a little over knee deep there. Big boulders, but the cracks between them go down, who knows how deep. And then beyond that, it's probably head deep. And there's just absolutely not a spot really to put the canoe on. That was not fun. Took a lot out of me. Portage looks nice. This is Rocky Lake. Another very dissatisfying portage landing. A little better than the other side. And there's no wind, so here. But still a tough one. So now the question is, which one's the pictograph cliff? I'm pretty sure it's that one straight ahead, right there. We'll take a peek at it. Impressive cliff. Oh, I can see the pictographs plain as day. Right there. Oh yeah. Holy cow. Very overhangs. You can hear an echo. Graphs are right there. In that area. I'll get a up closer shot. There's the pictographs. Cross, a couple of crosses, some dots and several lines and a couple of flat lines. Interesting how it looks like it's sort of been cleaned around them. You notice that? But very impressive cliff here overhead. The video never does it any justice. That noise you hear is this stick right here. Happens to be a fallen tree right here, which my canoe is tangled up in the branches. The waves are holding me right against it. It's not really much for waves right here, but some. What a impressive cliff, actually. Short, but quite impressive, and it looks like there's a spot there where people have been climbing up above this. I'm not going to try it, but just going to enjoy it. Well, Nibby-Mock sure knows how to pick campsites, I'll tell you what. This one sure is beautiful. This is one he stayed at in his trip up here 7 years ago or so. And happened to be open. Wasn't necessarily going to stop here, but I did anyway. And yeah, I'm going to stay here. This is so dang nice. Plus, the wind is getting pretty bad out there. Now that's the point right out over there that I had to come around to get back in this bay. It wasn't too bad when I first got to Ge-be-on-e-quet here, but then the moment I start paddling out from the portage, it kicked up and instantly boiled over in the whitecaps. And that's of course after I had just passed that one open site, but it wasn't a very nice site at all. It's a little hole in the wall. So my choices were cut across the bay over this way where there's another site, or come around the corner and hope that something was open over here. And look at this. So the landing's not the best, but I'm in it. Good reason number 112 to use an alcohol stove is that you have alcohol with you. Works great to get this sap off your feet. A little update here from the hammock. Just kicking back a little bit. I've eaten lunch. Had a great lunch of Spam. About 83 degrees and very windy. The wind just died down for a second. Maybe great. You'll be able to get some good audio here. But camp is all set up. Tent is back over there. And I'm totally relaxing. My hip is giving me a lot of problems, but this feels better. Came back here to check out the latrine. Quite a ways back here. Old style one. Huge white pine right next to it. This whole hillside is a large grove of enormous pines. That one's dead. But oh boy, you get back here out of the wind and it is warm. Wonderfully warm. I don't use the word hot because I don't like the alternative much. In general, it doesn't look like this site gets used all that much. I mean, it gets used plenty, but it isn't like some. Just to have this many trees right in the campsite, and especially these young 2 and 3 inch pine trees growing still, means it doesn't get pounded too much. But what a wonderful sight. Most impressive is this grove of pines here right by the landing to this campsite. I set my canoe on the root balls of a couple of them. Very amazing. Wow. Just off to the south of the campsite is this big cliff. You can see it from the lake. I was going to go check it out. Boy, there's a path right up to the top of it. Well, that's pretty neat. It's a very curvy thing. There used to be a very large pine on top of it, obviously. Now there's a 12-foot wall of root ball. Oh, I see. It's a whole clump of trees. Oh no. Yep. 3 pines and a cedar all tipped over. That's too bad. Give a little update since I've had some time here today. I've been hanging around camp and sitting near the water, near the lake here, just to stay cool. I've been in the shade of these big trees. That's a lot of nice shade in this site. It's open, but very shady. I did a little looking around. The weather forecast isn't looking too good. This high pressure system that came in here this morning has more or less is going to stick around for 2 days now. For the rest of today and tonight, it's supposed to be this southwest wind, 15 to 20, and tomorrow it's supposed to change to sometime during the night, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be from the northwest, again 15 to 20, and not really going to calm down till Thursday. So that pretty much makes up my mind. I'm not heading out into Lac LaCroix, especially not if it's going to be windy. So I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. I'll have to think about it some and play it by ear, but for now I'm going to sit back and relax some more and think about getting ready for supper pretty soon. Not sure if you can see that, but right there wrapped around this branch is a piece of rope, very tight. Somebody broke off bare rope or tarp rope or something, but it's a good big living branch. It's on this big tree right here in front of the campsite, fire grate, providing shade. So I think let's try to get that rope off of there. I got a string of dark clouds rolled in. The wind calmed down for a second. Well, maybe 15 minutes. Just like shut all the way off. There was a bunch of those black clouds that rolled over. And then there's still a couple of these black clouds right over here. It should be, looks like kind of the last of them. The sun is peeking out again. Gonna get a sunset. The wind shut off for 15 minutes and then just like someone turned the fan back on. And now it's coming right from the northwest, right into my face here. Whereas all day it's been blowing across the main lake from that way. So I'm sitting here in the shade of this tree eating some pork Alfredo rice, some orange drink, and listening to the little birds. As soon as the wind quit, these little birds just are everywhere in the trees. All kinds of different ones. Eating bugs. I suppose the wind finally quit so they could. Just doing a little bit of a recap of the evening. The sunset behind me here is very beautiful. It's been very bright overall. We had quite a few interruptions with clouds and things, but for the most part it turned out pretty good. Got a few nice photos and got to sit and enjoy it. This northwest wind is a lot cooler. It's really chilling things down pretty nice right now. It's supposed to get up in the 20 miles an hour again tomorrow. It's probably a steady 5 to 10 right now, so this is probably the nice part of it. But tent will be dry in the morning, I bet. But overall, been a great day, and I'll have to decide what to do tomorrow. Thanks for watching.